students, in this chapter, water, we are going to discuss about the importance of water, that is use of water, and how this water forms, means from where we are getting this water, about the sources of water, water cycle. In that we will discuss some process like evaporation, transpiration, condensation, and the over-raining which leads the flood and also its effects. If there is the absence of rain, it will lead to drought and its effects. At last, the importance to conserve the water and some methods which we can start from our home to conserve the water. About all this we are going to study. So dear students, water is essential one for life. In our day-to-day life, we are using water for several activities like to drink, bathe, wash, gardening, cooking, cleaning, for put of fire, not only that, for growing crops, and also water is used in industries for producing almost all the things that we use. So we need water not only for our daily activities but also for producing many things. Sources of water. The main natural source of water is rain. Apart from that, we are getting water from lakes, ponds, river, groundwater, tap, well, etc. Major part of the earth is covered by ocean and seas. Children, you might have heard the famous lines of the poem Rime of the Ancient Mariner written by S.T. Coleridge, that is, water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. Yes, that means the water in the ocean and seas has many salt dissolved in it, so it is not fit for drinking and other domestic, agricultural and industrial needs. Yet, ocean play an important role in supplying the water that we use. Do you find this surprising? After all, the water that we use is not salty. Here comes the role of water cycle. While drying the wet cloth, the water from the cloth become vapor due to the sun's heat. Like the same, water from the all water bodies become vapor due to the hot sun and the salt dissolved in it remains back. This process is called evaporation. The warm air provides heat for evaporation of water in the shades. Children, do you know any other process through which water vapor gets transferred into air? Yes. The water is released by plants into air as water vapor through the process of transpiration. Water vapor enters the air through the process of evaporation and transpiration. The water vapor going higher altitudes condense and become water droplets and join together to form clouds. Further condensation make the water too heavy and begin to fall. This condition we are calling it as rain. In special conditions, it may fall as hail and snow. The snow in the mountains melts into water and flows down as streams and rivers. The rain also fills these rivers, which at last reaches a sea or an ocean. Thus, water from the ocean and surface of the earth goes into air as vapor, returns as rain, hail or snow and finally goes back to the ocean. The circulation of water in this manner is known as the water cycle. If it rains heavily, it leads to rise in the level of water in rivers, lakes and ponds. The water may then spread over large areas causing flood. Flood causes extensive damages to crops, domestic animals, water living animals, properties and human life. If it does not rain for a long period, the drought will occur. The soil become dry and the water level from all water bodies goes down. In drought condition, it is difficult to get water and food. To avoid this condition, we have to conserve the water. Through that, we can conserve life on the earth. For that, the steps must be taken from our home itself. We should take care of the use of the water and also not to waste the water. The rainwater harvesting is very helpful to collect rainwater and store it for later use. Rooftop rainwater harvesting gives the fresh water and also increase the groundwater level. It can be done to allow water to go into the ground directly and refill the groundwater. So dear students, let us summarize this chapter like to recall the main points. Water is essential for life. The water vapor added to air through the process evaporation and transpiration. The water vapors condense and change as tiny water droplets, and these water droplets join together and form the clouds. The further condensation of clouds falls like rain, hail and snow. Like this, the circulation of water from ocean to land is called water cycle. The excessive rainfall causes flood, but the absence of rain for longer time causes drought. The amount of usable water present in our earth is very less. So, it is important to conserve the water and also take care while using. To conserve the water, we are using many methods like rainwater harvesting.